Welcome to the C-suite. When big decisions have to be made, C-level executives are the people we need to talk to. Because they have the power, they are in need of insights and solutions to achieve their strategic goals, they consider value more than cost, and they decide fast. But keep in mind that you'll only have one chance to interest them and make yourself credible. So get ready to answer the silent questions of Mr. Big Cheese. Do you know my company and our business? Do you know the challenges we face? Do you have a solution to address them? Is your solution better than any of ours? Have you got concrete examples of your business ability to succeed? Can I trust you? Your success will depend on your storytelling capabilities. And there's no question of telling tales. You need to learn how to craft and present the perfect C story. But don't forget that Mr. Big Cheese is difficult to get hold of. His time is precious, and most of the time he'll only agree to meet a salesperson if recommended by someone he trusts, or by a referral from outside the company. So first meet a collaborator whom Mr. Big Cheese trusts, someone concerned by the solutions you propose, and who will have the power and a good reason to introduce you to Mr. Big Cheese. Then start your C story. Say your name, introduce your company. Remember, C-levels are interested in your achievements, not your title. Remember to limit your company presentation to just a few slides. What C-levels want to hear is what your company brings to companies like theirs. What makes your company, you and your mission special. Then highlight the challenges that are most specific to your customer's industry, and present one or two success stories with the dollar value that you generated for your customers, without telling how you did it in full details. Your goal is to meet Mr. Big Cheese, the one who makes the big decisions. So ask Mrs. Green about the company's major challenges, the ones most often discussed at board level, as well as the difficulties and bottlenecks the company is facing. If you were credible when you presented your C story, you'll get Mrs. Green to talk to you about it. And while you will interview Mrs. Green, start also to read the mind of Mr. Big Cheese. One way to do this is to double your questions. For example, ask Mrs. Green, what do you think is the best strategy for achieving this or that goal? Then, do the other decision makers in your company share the same view of strategy? More often than not, it's Mr. Big Cheese's point of view that you'll be hearing from. But there's no point in mentioning Mr. Big Cheese in your question, because Mrs. Green might understand that you're not interested in her personal opinion and take offense. This is not your intention. If Mrs. Green wants to know what solution you could offer, resist the urge to tell everything. Otherwise, you'll reduce your chances of selling. Instead, ask very diplomatically, apart from you, of course, who's going to be involved in a decision. Then ask to present your offer to all the decision makers at the meeting. That's the way to talk to the C-suite guys. I know you're gonna tell me it's going to be difficult to handle Mrs. Green's objection. Tell me first. And I will tell you that's why sales training is important. So if you want to know more about sales best practices, visit us at thewinder.com and let's talk about your sales performance.